Carly Carbs is an Australian feminist who seems to be concerned with health and beauty topics, and of course, is a frothing at the mouth irrational feminist. Because that's a surprise. Anyway, she put out a video criticizing women who don't buy into the feminist bullshit. And it's bullshit. But again, no surprise whatsoever. So let's see what Carly has to say and why more and more women are looking at feminism and realizing that feminists are idiots.
I've basically fucking had enough of these anti-feminist women. Why is the Women's March happening? Like, it's so unnecessary. Like, I'm totally happy with my rights. There's no need for a march. Oh, all this feminism. Like, I'm not a feminist. You know what? You need to shut the fuck up.
Yes, because feminism, the supposed fight for the rights of women, wants women to shut the fuck up when they say something that this half-undressed idiot doesn't like. Sure, I'll buy that. And hey, Carly, we can see your boobs, in case you were concerned we couldn't. I mean, you clearly specifically framed your shot so that they'd be the, outstanding feature. Because, sure, that's going to get you a lot of respect from people who listen to your arguments. No, not respect, hits, which is all she really cares about.
Okay? Do you know how many hundreds of thousands of women have fought for you to get to where you are right now?
Yes, many, many men and women, and I know you don't want to hear that, but many men and women have fought for and won the rights of women to speak their mind. But dear Carly here wants anyone who doesn't agree with her political nonsense to shut the fuck up, because women who disagree should be silent, right?
All the things that you can do are because of other women that stood up for women's rights.
I mean, it isn't like all those men who voted for women's right to vote had anything to do with it, right? Because, women couldn't vote for the right to vote. Yeah, logic. Let's just ignore it.
All the women that stood up and had a voice and spoke out.
Which you want anyone you disagree with to keep their damn mouth shut. Yeah, they can speak out, but only when they're saying what you want them to say. Otherwise, shut the fuck up.
If you don't understand why there was a women's march after Trump got in as president, you're the reason the fucking march is happening, okay?
Yeah, we know there were a bunch of immature leftist regressive idiots running around like the sky was falling because their chosen candidate didn't win and they deserve a trophy for bothering to wake up in the morning. But I bet these same people who were whining over some offhanded comments by Trump were also out there protesting against Bill Clinton when he was molesting interns in the Oval Office, right? Oh wait, most of these special snowflakes weren't even alive then because these are children and they're acting like it.
Trump is the embodiment of a misogynistic pig, and he has just been elected into one of the most powerful positions in the world.
Look, moron. Trump was not elected to the presidency because of his sense of humor. He was elected because people were sick and tired of the regressive left's bullshit. And it wasn't just Trump that was elected that day. Democratic seats in the Senate went from 55 to 46. The representation in the House went from 256 to 194. Democratic governorships fell nationwide from 28 to 16. In fact, if you look at the entire Obama administration, Democratic state and federal positions, including congressional and state legislative positions, fell by 1,042 seats. It wasn't just your lying bitch in a pantsuit that lost. It was a complete repudiation of the entire liberal political ideology. But yeah, let's blame it all on Trump.
How does that not resonate with you? He doesn't deserve to be there.
Sure he does. He won the election fair and square using the election laws detailed in the Constitution of the United States of America. How does he not deserve to be there?
Whether he is a good president or not, doesn't matter.
And that's where we see that you're not thinking rationally. Or at all. You're just feeling. You don't like him. Therefore, it doesn't matter if he won legitimately. It won't make a difference if he's a good president or not. You just don't like him, and that's all you care about.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, but you're still laying there half-dressed, whining about how bad reality makes you feel.
Like, another thing that I want to know is these women yabbering on about how they're not a feminist and they have this urge to tell everyone about it.
Because women who are feminists have this urge to tell everyone about it. Constantly. Incessantly. Because it's the only thing they care about, and they think everybody else should care about it too.
Deep down, are you hoping that men find you more attractive because you're not a feminist?
Deep down, are you hoping that more men watch your video because you put your breasts on display? I bet you do.
Therefore, not a threat, because I guarantee you, the men that are anti-feminists will not find you any more attractive.
Yeah, you'd actually have to be a decent human being. You probably have to have a natural hair color and get rid of all those ugly tattoos and piercings. And you'd have to put some clothes on, especially if you want to attract a decent guy and not those virtual signaling cucks that haunt the political left. But yeah, why would you want to do any of that?
Because to them, you're still just a woman.
Yes, which is what most of them actually want. They don't want a non-binary, gender-fluid pony boy with delusions of goddesshood. And I'm convinced that that's why so many people on the political left are pretending to be transgender and gay. Because they can't find any other way to get laid. Because all the decent guys are on the other side of the aisle.
Your need for telling everyone, hey, you're not a feminist, is still to please men.
And your need to tell everyone that you're a feminist is still to please women. What's your point? Besides, it's clear that your choice of video composition is just to please men. So you're a hypocrite.
You don't want men to feel uncomfortable.
No, because real men aren't going to feel uncomfortable because of that. Of course, real men are going to take one look at these shit-talking blue-haired idiots and go elsewhere.
I honestly can't think of any other reason unless you actually think that you have equal rights. You do not have equal rights.
Cool. Then why don't you show us which rights that women demonstrably lack that men have? Go ahead. We'll wait. Because whether you like it or not, you have every single right that men have, and more.
You are not equal. These are the fucking facts.
You wouldn't know a fact if it ran over you.
Google it.
Yes, by all means, Google it. Because you won't be able to find anything that supports your side other than the whining wishful thinking of the idiots on the left.
I don't want to hear another woman come out and speak against other women, speaking up for women. Why would you do that?
Because your side is total bullshit. And it's nice to know that there are lots of women, and an ever-increasing number of women in fact, who are capable of thinking for themselves, of doing research, and finding out that your side is complete crap.
It's just, like, ugh.
Well, that seems to describe your side as best as you're capable, I guess.
Because at least women going out and marching, women speaking up, women making YouTube videos, at least they're fucking saying something and trying to do something.
But the question is, are the things they're trying to do actually things that ought to be done? Do they have positions which are objectively verifiable? Or is it all just a bunch of childish emotional nonsense? You know, Google it!
We are only trying to help and make your life better, your daughter's life better, your granddaughter's life better.
Better how? By wasting time and energy and money that could be actually spent helping some of the legitimate problems going on in the world? How is that making anyone's life better?
And honestly, if it came between me having a boyfriend and men finding me attractive, and me speaking up for my rights, speaking up for myself, I'd rather be fucking single for the rest of my life and die alone.
Which is why you've put your tits on display, right? Because attracting men doesn't mean a thing to you. Sure, tell me another one.
Thanks to my mum, thanks to your mum, thanks to our grandmas, thanks to our great-grandmas, thank you to all the women that have put in the real hard yards to get us to where we are.
And thanks to all the men who've helped along the way. But of course, fuck men. You'll just ignore all that.
In this day and age, women saying that they're not feminists and they don't support feminism, they don't support women marching, please think about what you are saying. It's honestly embarrassing.
Yes, what you regressive losers are doing is honestly embarrassing. That's why people point at you and laugh.
You're not welcome here! Stop talking to us like children!
Keep your hate speech out of this campus!
Keep your hate speech out of this campus! Keep your hate speech out of this campus! Keep your hate speech out of this campus!
Utter madness!
Get the fuck out of here!
Honor to be able to introduce for the first time ever anywhere the 45th President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump.
Tap on the shoulder. You adjust the microphone as a tall man. Hands on the lectern.
Stop me!
Oh, no. Oh, we should film it.
I feel sorry for you that you need to openly express your feelings about not wanting to be a feminist and not caring about women's rights just to make men more comfortable.
You know, I honestly feel sorry for you that your videos get so little attention that you have to stick your tits on the screen to get anyone to pay attention to you.
Imagine if every single woman on earth decided they were going to fight for women's rights. Every single one of us united together.
Imagine if every single woman on earth decided they were going to actually look at the facts and make a decision on whether women have equal rights based on the objective evidence instead of their emotions.
In conclusion, please educate yourself.
Says one of the most uneducated women on YouTube. And this is nothing new. There are dozens and dozens and dozens of videos on YouTube that are dedicated to calling out women who think modern third and fourth wave feminism is idiotic. Honestly, the attitude of these people is that if you've got a vagina, you owe feminism something. You have to be a regressive idiot. And if you're not, somehow you're just stabbing all the other women in the back. And I find this terribly pathetic. But most modern feminists are, aren't they? And the whole boob thing? That's just something Carly does, I guess. I mean, I looked at her YouTube and her Facebook, and lots of pictures with her tits are on display, and that seems to be her hallmark. I wonder what's wrong with her that she thinks that that's the only thing that gets her attention. Well, maybe it is, and that's pathetic.